All right. Here is Clark splashing home a three from way downtown. Some words with the Connecticut bench on our way back.
What started as a routine WNBA game exploded into total chaos, ejections, flagrant fouls, and fans calling out the league's broken officiating system. But it all came down to one moment that left Caitlin Clark stunned, players furious, and the WNBA scrambling for answers. Under the bright arena lights and with a roaring crowd behind her, Caitlin Clark made her way back onto the court, holding a 20-point lead and carrying the weight of her team's momentum. As she exchanged tense words with JC Sheldon, a competitive fire flared up that even the crowd could feel. What seemed like a routine substitution quickly turned into the beginning of a chaotic unraveling. Veteran Christmas Kelly was seen escorting Clark back to the bench, perhaps sensing the atmosphere was heating up. But what happened next caught everyone off guard. JC Sheldon, fired up and determined, made a defensive play that led to a steal, sprinting coast to coast and drawing all eyes to her as she aggressively drove toward the basket. Then came the moment that set everything ablaze. Sheldon collided with Sophie Cunningham in a hard foul that wasn't just physical, it was personal. The contact was fierce, loud, and brutal. Gasps echoed through the stadium as players surrounded the two. On-court tempers flared, benches reacted, and the energy shifted from competitive to confrontational. It was the kind of foul that doesn't just get attention, it demands a response, and yet the officials stood motionless. Broadcasters watching the play were quick to call it what it was, a complete breakdown of officiating responsibility. They didn't hold back. One analyst blamed the officials directly, saying that had they handled earlier moments of tension with more authority, this explosion might have been avoided altogether. The broadcast booth, normally measured and objective, was clearly fed up. They called the play what many watching already knew. It was a flagrant foul, no question. Two arms went above the shoulders, clear and visible on the replay, and yet the lack of immediate action from the referees only added fuel to the fire. According to league rules, intent doesn't even matter when a foul is that high, it's the contact that counts. But again, nothing definitive came from the officials. The silence from the referee mic left fans, players, and commentators guessing in real time. And that silence is where things truly started to spiral. When officials hesitate during a tense moment, someone else always fills the power vacuum. This time, it wasn't the coaches, it wasn't the captains, it was the security staff who jumped in to separate the players and keep things from getting worse. The referees stood back, once again failing to take charge. What should have been a moment of firm leadership became a display of confusion and indecision. Meanwhile, the calls were coming in piecemeal. Sheldon's foul was upgraded to a flagrant, but then technicals began flying, seemingly at random. Charles got a tech. Mabry, who had already been under scrutiny for her earlier behavior, received just one technical, when most expected two and an ejection. It wasn't just a controversial decision, it was inconsistent, and in a league trying to grow its viewership and credibility, inconsistency is poison. Fans erupted online, asking why clear fouls were being downplayed and why certain players seemed to escape harsher penalties. The chaos only intensified when players began getting ejected in waves. JC Sheldon was tossed from the game. So was Lindsay Allen. Cunningham, too, was removed, though the official explanation never came. Even broadcasters struggled to keep up, as one of them joked you might need a pencil and paper just to track who was penalized and why. The game had lost all structure, and by this point, it was no longer about basketball, it was about damage control.